Dirty driving is unfortunately something we see all too regularly here on GT7, and today I was the victim. Now, I almost never make videos like this, but what this driver did was so blatant, so brazen, that my hand was forced. So I decided to get him back, but not in the way you might think. I came up with something much more satisfying. If you like seeing dirty drivers getting exactly what they deserve, you're going to want to stick around for this one. I'm a little crazy, how dare you? Today's video is a story that spans 4 races, and the first character in this story is a familiar one. If you cast your mind back to a few videos ago, this was our friend who went lawn mowing back at Daytona. Oh, we were so close, oh you filth bag! As we settle into this first lap, P2 gets a penalty and drops behind us. Nothing out of the ordinary, I thought, but this penalty would turn out to be the butterfly moment for all that was to follow. But actually, unlike back at Daytona, he's not the main character in this one. It's his compatriot in second. You're going to want to keep your eye on him. Right, Nutcap and the Italian, you need to work together here to get after the Spaniard. With everyone a spot up from DZ's penalty, this move for P2 was the next escalation point. It all started to deteriorate from here on in. That's the one, yeah. Unable to take advantage back at T1 and pinch third, I settled in behind and considered my options to get past. I have to make a move here. He's getting away. El Toro Loco's getting away. On the run down to the final corner, Nutcap had decided he didn't want any part of this. In hindsight, maybe he knew something we didn't. Whoa! What was that about? And although we did have a shot to move into turn 1, we found ourselves unexpectedly sitting in P3 with an outside shot at the win. I didn't want to battle and lose time to the leader, so I elected to try and work with the car in front. But a lap later, the recovering DZ Racing had caught up after his penalty, and the last thing he wanted to do was to work together. So this became a 4-way fight for P2. It was all about to get spicy. Come on, we're trying to win here. Please don't battle. We're working together here to try and get the win. So after resisting the challenge for our P3 at the first corner, we were going to have to prepare to have to deal with the same at the final corner. I think that old DZ Racing behind's a liability. I don't think he wants to toe the party line here. Oh, he's gone deep. After successfully defending our position by taking a wider line there, the car behind was about to get a helping hand from his fellow Frenchman in front. Oh, he's trying to help his French friend out. Right, I see. For that, sir, you will be overtaken. And then P4 returned the favour. If we take another look here, he is going to fill the gap left by us as we tried to go around the outside, which is fine. But then a calculated pit manoeuvre spins us around and through he goes. Not ideal, but now at least we know what we're working with. Plus there is always another race, and that's coming right up. Right, now we know. They're not to be trusted. This elephant never forgets. Bonjour. Let's go. So after chalking that last race up, we're back for another shot and hoping for a cleaner one this time round. God, we've got a Frenchman behind and all. Now at the start of lap 2, I'm going to use the art of surprise to try and make a move. As I do, pay careful attention to the unusual racing line of the driver in front. That's a very strange line. A line I'm not familiar with. Taking another look at this, you can see here that as he realises we are going for the move, he breaks off the usual wider entry line that the cars in front are using to block me off. However, he doesn't get across in time and there is contact. And to add insult to injury, he then gets a penalty and spins. The hazards go on as he heads to the in-game chat to call me a noob. At least, I think that's what he meant. He's called me a noob. I think that's what it says. And as you're going to see, that message meant the next race was going to be very interesting. But before that, we have another squabble with the other Frenchman to contend with. No, I'm there. Oh, look, he's touching me here. Oh! And that would be the last we saw of him for the remainder of the race. But then he reappeared in the post-race lobby. I think we're in for some grief here. Oh. What happened to old matey boy? Oh, 14th. Wah, wah. Oh. I don't. So let's have a look. So this is what he's upset about, right? Tell me if I've done something wrong here. Right. So I want you to pay attention to his line here. Okay. Okay. So I think there may be some moving under braking. I suspect. He's got himself a penalty. Then he crashed. He's all at 6s and 7s. Let's have a look at his line here. That's odd. Number 2. Right, okay, fine. 3. Okay. Let's just skip back, shall we? Let's just see. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, replays never lie. I wonder if I'm going to get any more homophobia thrown my way. By Mick68130. Now after that examination of racing lines, could you help me in my pursuit of 400,000 subscribers? Take a look at this, we're really making progress now. Please do check you're subscribed and subscribe if you haven't already. Now if those last races weren't drama filled enough for you, you're in for an absolute treat as things here in this third race were about to kick off big time. Watch this. Oh, he's not going to be happy, is he? He just got himself a penalty. So with the slipstream and a penalty in front, I didn't have much choice if I wanted to stay with the front pack. I had to send it. There's a good chance I might get rammed here. Hashtag just saying. Now, as we run down to the final hairpin in this replay, in racing there are two big no-nos when defending your position. 1. Drivers must not weave or react dangerously to the car behind, and 2. Drivers must not alter their racing line to block the car behind or move under braking. With that in mind, check this out. As I go for the move, he sees that and dives to block. I've already committed and have nowhere to go, resulting in contact and him hitting other innocent drivers, for which he got a further penalty, and then the red mist descended.
Yeah, good chance. His race is over. Told ya. Told ya.
As anticipated, after his actions single-handedly ruined his own race, in an act of ultimate petulance, he lined us up and took us down with him. And unsurprisingly, with me carrying massive damage and down in 10th place, that was the end of that. Or so I thought.
All this started because he moved under his under braking last race. Then he ran me. The best way to defeat a dirty driver is a clean overtake. Let's go.
So the stage couldn't have been set better with this fourth and final race. We were lined up P1 and P2 and our mission was simple: to get the ultimate revenge by beating this guy cleanly without getting rammed. And if you got this far, you're going to want to stick around for the next 6 laps, because this race turned out to be the perfect ending to this story. I kept the first half of the lap really clean, meaning I was all over him down the straight, giving me a shot at making a move into the final hairpin. And with that solid move down the inside, we had taken the lead. Question was now though, for how long? And here Mick was about to receive a little knock, and ironically, he wasn't very happy about it.
He's definitely just put someone in the wall.
And my suspicions were correct. Watch this. The Frenchman takes exception to the Dane giving me a bump draft which helps me past and into the lead. So he simply bumps him off in an eerily similar move that got him so upset back in race 2. Now we had a wound up P2 right behind us, and we all know how this ended last time. We needed to get away. Having survived the hairpin, we were going to have to do it all again as he continued to have the slipstream. I decided to defend hard and early so we couldn't have another misunderstanding into T1. Safely through T1 and we were ahead for another lap. We only needed to do that 3 more times and the most satisfying win in history would be ours.
I'm having to manage this one.
On the next lap, I adopted the exact same strategy. I was consciously being extremely clear with my intentions and driving as carefully as possible, trying to nail my braking to not allow any late moves up the inside. But on lap 5, which was later than expected to be fair, after doing exactly the same thing, it all kicked off. And that contact put me in an extremely tricky situation.
Let's go.
So it looks like he either broke a bit too late or sent it from another postcode. I'm not 100% sure which, to be honest, but on previous form it's probably safe to assume the latter.
Oh, I think he had a bit of a slide on the way out.
With him out of the question, at least for now, we still needed to manage this race perfectly to take the win, and it was a victory I very much wanted. Surviving T1 for the final time meant I just needed to nail the middle sector to get the best run possible for the long back straight. That was my only focus. But even after getting that middle sector done, things were not done and dusted. Heading down to the big final braking zone, I was concerned. I'm sure he wouldn't like the fact that it looked like I was about to win this race.
I wonder. He wouldn't ram us again, would he? Nah. Let's go! That is how you deal with drivers like that guy. P1, let's go.
Woo! And with that, we satisfyingly bring to an end the story of our battle with a very dirty driver. It actually reminded me a lot of this race I had a long time ago. Remember to subscribe and then go and watch this if you want a blast from the past.